I will not, I generally don't ask to do so many mantras to youth. Rather, I will ask them to do something on their body, because the body is the experiencing tool. As we say that yat pinde tat brahmande. So if the body is like, if we can incorporate some remedies on the body level, it can be easy for the youth. So maybe I can ask them to go for swimming. Maybe I can ask them to do some specific yogasana. But I will not say, okay, don't, I will not stop them to going to the gym. I will say, okay, after gym you can do these two pranayams, because the pranayam can also directly related with the planets. Same way, suppose there is a small child who needs some remedies. Now you cannot ask him to go to temple, maybe chant some mantras, or maybe he cannot work on the body as well. Then some remedies related with the food, which the mother can feed. So we know that all the planets are related with food also. So if I want to improve the Guru Tattva in the child, I can suggest some food related with Brahaspati. Or maybe if I can avoid, so I can ask them, okay, stop non-veg completely for this boy, because the stomach is already in a bad shape. There's, for example, Mars is sitting, because the symptom will come, this boy is very, I mean, the anger is very high. This is the symptom. But the cause is Mangal sitting in the fifth house, creating a lot of fire in the chitta. So what we need to do, a boy of say 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, you cannot ask them, especially if he is not Indian, then you cannot ask them to go for to recite Hanuman Chalisa. So then I have to ask, okay, if Mars is creating a lot of fire, I'll say, okay, can you increase the water intake by 2 liters so that the fire can be pacified? Or maybe you can avoid eating very fiery food, non-vegetarian food, junk food, so that the stomach, the Mars can be pacified. So I normally in my practice, I will not give only one kind of remedy. I will give some mantra. I will give little bit of donation, something on the body, very important. Either any exercise, any pranayam, any maybe a color remedy, and something on the behavioral level. Because the first and the most important thing which I consider is the person has to accept that there is a problem, because remedy will not work. Any remedy, the most biggest remedy also given by even the Lord himself, will not work if there is no shraddha. If he doesn't believe in that, it's like a placebo impact. You know this, that if I believe, okay, this stone can be a shiva linga for me, it can do wonders for me, otherwise it is a stone. So then we have to, as a jyotishi, I make them realize that you need this thing. For that you have to predict first and then ask, okay, this is the problem. And then they have to acknowledge, yes, there is a problem. And then according to their age, their sthan, place where they live, their religion, because you cannot ask a Muslim to do Om Namah Shivaya chanting. Even a Jain also, sometimes you cannot ask them to do Vedic mantras. You have to give them Jain mantras. And then according to their religion, then I will give them remedies. Not more than 3, 4. 4 types, not only one type. So that if he's not doing a mantra, at least if he's consuming juices, I know Jupiter is improving. Because that is something which he can do daily. So the remedy has to be a part of the life. Then only it is sustainable. आप महीने में 2 बार भगवान के दर्शन रैंडम करने चले जाओ, कुछ नहीं होगा. Because the God will also know that, God is also knowing this, that you are not sincere about your own life. You are, so the kind of time which you are giving to divine will give you the same kind of time, and he is much busier than us. So this is how I see it basically.